What if you commanded champions in a futuristic arena, building hype with the crowd, fighting for control of shifting scoring zones, and strategically outmaneuvering your opponents for the win? Infinity Hexadome Tactics delivers that exact experience, where teams of elite heroes from the Corvus Belli Infinity universe clash for points and bragging rights. In this sponsored video, I'll break down the gameplay and demo, which is available on Steam now, as well as the future plans for this promising turn-based tactics PvP game. Infinity Hexadome Tactics is a digital adaptation of the Corvus Belli Infinity universe, specifically the Aristeia tabletop game. Characters from across the galaxy enter brutal, televised battles, fighting not just for survival, but glory, fame, and the roar of the crowd. It's the ultimate contact sport. The Hexadome blends squad-based strategy with fast-paced arena combat, wrapped in a spectacular game show-style presentation. But if you're not that knowledgeable about the franchise, don't worry. You can absolutely still enjoy this game. It's more of a background, the abilities and character types are easy to understand, and the full game will include a single-player campaign that dives deeper into the lore and world. I'll talk more about all that later. First, let's break down how the game actually plays. In Hexadome Tactics, matches are fast, focused, and designed to keep you thinking every turn. Each match is a maximum of 5 rounds, and the first team to reach 8 points wins, usually coming to about 15 to 20 minutes long. In my opinion, this is the perfect length to jump in and out, as it keeps the pacing up and allows you to play even if you don't have a lot of time on hand. Teams are made up of 4 heroes each, with a variety of individual abilities and clear roles: support, melee, ranged, and control. Not to mention some pretty over-the-top personalities with full voice acting as well.
Bang, bang! Woo! Baby, yeah!
And these characters all feel just as different as their personalities. Some are built around tanking damage and imposing their will, while others are more shifty, immobilizing opponents or using their movement range to stay one step ahead. One of my favorite characters is Major Luna, the sniper who can not only hit from long range, but also has the unique ability to reduce an enemy's movement with a leg shot.
Eat this!
Every hero only gets 1 turn per round, with a timeline at the bottom of the screen that shows the order. Clever players can use this to set up interrupts, counters, and deny key plays before enemies even get to move. As for actions, each hero has 2 points to burn on movement or abilities. However, only 1 direct attack can be used per turn. If you're familiar with the XCOM 2 system, this feels like that, except attacking doesn't automatically end your turn. But while combat is a big part of the game, the real objective isn't getting kills. It's controlling the scoring zone. At the end of each round, points are awarded solely based on control. 3 points if your team is dominating and the only ones in the zone, 2 if the other team has at least 1 hero contesting, or 1 point for each team if they have the same number of units inside the control area. Keep in mind though, every round the scoring zone will move to a new location. It's this fluid battlefield and the little details that really make Aristeia feel different, because Infinity Hexadome Tactics doesn't reward brute force quite the same way most other tactics games do. You won't win by simply wiping the other team. Instead, it requires you to strategize and rewards planning ahead. Don't get me wrong, you can down enemies, but it only stops them temporarily. It doesn't give you points, it doesn't end the round, and ultimately, it won't win you the fight. In fact, sometimes the best approach is not to fight at all. Maybe negating the hit you'll take this round instead, or adjusting your positioning to put your squad in the best place to dominate the next. And this shifts the entire mentality. Every decision has to weigh positioning, timing, and area denial, with eliminations being just another tool to use in the right situations. And this tactical mindset is only amplified further by the supporting systems. Of course, we have your traditional cover and line of sight, provided by obstacles scattered around the arena, as well as Overwatch, which can be used to interrupt your opponent's actions. But a more subtle control mechanic kicks in when fighters get right in each other's face. Moving next to an enemy will cause those characters to become engaged. Once that happens, movement is no longer a guarantee. Trying to disengage will give you a percentage chance based on each character's grip and agility stats. Fail it and you lose an action. No damage taken, just kind of cancelled out. This provides an opportunity for players to weaponize position positioning, not just abilities. Characters with high grip stats have a chance to lock enemies in place and change their entire turn. The action economy is crucial here, and just a few failed disengages can really trash any plan that you might have had. This is the Hexadome though, and the show must go on.
Are you not entertained?
After all, it isn't just about strategy, it's about showmanship and spectacle. Every match plays out like a live broadcast, where the crowd and sponsors are equally as involved. That's where tactics cards come into play. These are one-use, high-impact abilities that any hero in your squad can activate, with the available deck determined by your team's chosen sponsor. The effects of these cards range from extra movement or debuffing your opponents to completely hijacking control of a sponsor space. Special tiles in the arena that give bonuses like increased crit chance to whichever team controls them. And the driving factor behind all of this is the audience. Heroes can spend actions to rally the crowd and generate hype, a resource used to draw more cards from the deck, or max it out and pick up incredible hero-specific ultimate abilities. These are situational game changers that can flip around in your favor, with action cams that turn the Hexadome into your own personal highlight reel. Hype can also be generated by certain abilities or power-ups that spawn in between rounds called Hexadrops. These add another chaotic layer of strategy, as they have different effects that can be used to help or hurt whoever collects them, enabling creative tactics or interactions like displacing an opponent into a Hexadrop that will deal 3 damage to them. Between tactics cards, moving zones, ultimates, and Hexadrops, every match inside the Hexadome is upbeat, ever-changing, and unpredictable, complemented perfectly by the energetic announcer and game show style presentation. It's easy to get sucked into running back just one more match. So what does the Infinity Hexadome Tactics demo actually offer? Right now, you get 4 playable champions, 2 unique arenas, and 2 different team sponsors that completely change your tactics cards. There's a full first match tutorial for onboarding, in addition to solo play against the AI, which actually uses 4 more heroes that aren't even playable yet. That helps to keep things feeling fresh. On top of that, there's a surprisingly deep challenge mode, filled with puzzle-style scenarios that actively test your decision-making instead of just throwing enemies at you. And of course, full online PvP is available, featuring ranked leaderboards, custom matches, and real opponents. But the best part is, this is just the beginning. The developers plan to actively update this demo, directly working with the community on feedback and balance. The full release, planned for 2026, will push things even further with an expanded roster of characters from Aristeia, paired with a single-player campaign that explores the rich lore of the Infinity universe. So if you're looking for a competitive turn-based tactics game that isn't all about raw damage, but still delivers smooth combat, action cams, and rewards smart planning, Infinity Hexadome Tactics might be right up your alley. What makes it stand out is how it embraces all aspects of traditional tactics gameplay: positioning, timing, and chess-like planning, with eliminations being just one option among many. That focus on strategy over brute force creates a unique, cerebral PvP experience that we just don't have very much of in the genre. I personally really enjoy the faster pace of the matches and was impressed with the overall style, polish, and presentation. With this being just a slice, I'm excited to see how this project evolves as we move closer to launch. Give the demo a try today. I have a link in the description and the pinned comment below if you're interested. And don't forget to add it to your wishlist, as it really helps to support the game and keep you notified for the full release. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the Hexadome.